This video covers procedures associated with restoring 4160-volt utility power after an outage at the LOCAP St. James facility. In the event of a loss of utility power at the LOCAP St. James facility, a standby generator should automatically start to supply backup power to some equipment and buildings. Check the utility supply panel in the rear of the control building MCC. All three phases should be at 4200 volts. If any of the phases are less than 4200 volts, the problem lies with the utility supply company. Notify OMC Control Center of power outage and request a stop command on all pumps and mixers. This will minimize any surges when utility power will be restored. When utility supply has been interrupted, contact Entergy using the resources provided in the LOCAP facility local operating procedures. Once the emergency generator power has been verified, check field equipment as restarts may be required. Reset air compressors by pressing the reset buttons for each unit, if not online. Take note of status indicators and use the selector switch to return to operation. With back pressure control hydraulic unit in the off position, manually reset and turn the selector to on. Check the incoming prover hydraulic unit for operation. Reset the system using the selector button. With the pump stopped, open the round handle valve to bleed system pressure. After pressure bleeds off, the oil in the cylinders will be pushed back into the reservoir by the pistons. After you hear the pistons bottom out, once pressure is bled off, close the round handle valve and the pressure gauge should read 800 psi or higher. Once checks are complete, manually start the unit to regain pressure. In the lab, place equipment back online by resetting the contactor switch. Press the green close button to engage the contacts. Place all applicable lab equipment back online that may have shut off. Take note of any indicator lights illuminated on relay SEL751A, located on cubicle door 1F. If a 27 under voltage is displayed, this means that the facility has lost utility power from Entergy. Verify on cubicle 2F that 4160 volt power is available on the three gauges. If either of the phase overcurrent on the SEL751A, blue box, or ground and neutral overcurrent are displayed, do not proceed. Contact the LOCAP supervisor. To restore power once required conditions are met, a flash suit with HV gloves and face shield are required due to the potential of arc flashes. Open switches to transformers 101, 102, and 103 by pushing Open button on cubicle doors 3AF, 3BF, and 4AF. Trip pumps P401, P402, and P403 by pushing the local trip on the breakers. Only if permitted to proceed, press the target reset button on SEL751A. When this relay is reset, all trip targets will be cleared. Reset 86T handle switch labeled Trip and Lockout on cubicles 1F. Check voltmeters on cubicle 2F, labeled Utility Power. Only proceed if 4160 volts is indicated on each meter. Call Entergy providing the proper account number if the incoming power is insufficient. Turn switch handle labeled Main Breaker to the right. You should hear the main breaker close. If not, recheck the incoming utility power meter and ensure the trip and lockout switch of cubicle 1F is reset. Close switches to transformers 101, 102, and 103 located in cubicles 3AF, 3BF, and 4AF using the Close button on the cubicle door. close breakers to pumps P401, P402, and P403. Flash suit, gloves, and face shield can be removed. Communicate to Control Center the status, and continue to monitor equipment that may need to be restarted. This concludes the switching operations involved with restoring utility power. Refer to the local procedures manual for more detail about standby power generation and other utilities.